Everyone, welcome to another episode of Midwest Rampage TV. Today I have Chris Burns and Ben Scott joining me. Welcome.
Hello.
Howdy.
Let's talk a little bit about last week's game. We're coming up on a new week, a new game, and we'll get to that. But talk to me a little bit about playing the Warriors.
For me, I want to, from a D lineman perspective, it's a little challenging at first just to figure out like their blocking schemes and they're split between their feet and whatnot. I mean, once we figured that out, everything was pretty easy from there.
Yeah, Burns is exactly right. Once we get their blocking scheme figured out, they were holding us back. We started hitting the gaps and reading what they were doing, and we were unstoppable. I'll say it. We were unstoppable up front on Saturday.
Talk to me a little bit about coming off an emotional loss, an emotional game that was a loss, maybe not an emotional loss against the Blaze, but coming off of that and into week 4, what sort of like headspace were you in? What mental prep had to be done?
For me, I guess it was kind of heartbreaking just because, the Blaze was my old team and I wanted more than to beat them. But I mean, we played our hearts out. We did everything we could. And coming into this week, I felt that I had to do more just because of the fact that I didn't want us to feel the way we felt last week.
What was going through my mind as I reminded the team against the Blaze, if we make 2 tackles, we win that game 2-0 because we got a safety. It was hard to be like upset because everything was there. We just didn't finish. So my mindset was to go out, do what we do, just do it better. Make your tackles, be in your spot, be in your gap, do your job and do it right. That's all we had to do.
As we look ahead to the Bucks game, they are actually the only undefeated team in our division at this point. They are 3-0. What are you doing to prepare this week?
I guess for me, it's a lot of mental prep. Again, the Bucks are also another team that I've played on.
Thank you, baby.
And, I kind of know all those guys and how they work. And for me, it's mostly just showing up and, like Ben said before, just, capitalizing on our opportunities, making tackles, being where we're told to be and where we need to be. And I feel that, if we do that, it should be another good week for us.
We just have to go out and establish ourselves and do what we do. I mean, the game plan doesn't change from week to week. There's no big secrets. It's just coming out and being in your spot and doing your job and doing it right every time. I mean, stay hydrated, stay loose, get stretched out, do your best to heal from the previous week, and come out and be ready to do your job when your number's called. Yes, baby.
So you talked about taking care of yourself, healing from the previous week. After this game, we will have almost a month off. We play May 22nd, and then with our bye week, the holiday, and the forfeit, we will not play again until June 19th. What are you doing that's fun during that time? And how do you stay mentally prepped for that big break?
I play a lot of Madden. That's my thing. I love football and I play it as in real life and on the video game as much as possible. And I mean, as far as what I'm doing for fun, it's got graduations to go to, go watch other friends play and hang out with family and just try to, I guess, enjoy it as much as possible because after that, it's time to get down to business and, playoffs coming up shortly after that. So.
Myself, I'll be going to a wedding, probably spend a weekend with my girls, and then probably get some fishing in at some point. That wouldn't be much of a surprise. Other than that, it's everyday life.
I do enjoy fishing.
Well, I mean, we keep talking about doing a defensive fishing outing. We'll have to figure something out.
I will definitely make that happen.
Does that mean I get to send Sean too?
Yeah, definitely. I think we need
Yeah,
to make
get
Kramer
get
take
him
us
out of
to
the
his
house.
spot.
We have this big break. We come in. The Freeze are never an easy team to play. What do you want our fans to know as we move forward with this last chunk of the season before playoffs? Because it really will be here before we know it.
At this point, I feel that, as a team, by that point will come the Freeze game. All the mental mistakes should be gone. It's just more at this point, just repetition and making sure that what your assignment is, where your gaps are. And at that point, just as long as we communicate and continue to play tough football, then I don't see why we shouldn't be where we want to be.
Yeah, I agree 100%. As far as fans go, we just need people there. We need people there being loud. We need to have our hometown behind us, making a bunch of noise. That's always, always crucial in big games at home. And preparation. That's the nice thing about being on defense. Job is the same every time. Hit the guy across from you. We're not trying to get anybody open or run through any special gap or block any certain person. It's just hit the guy across from you, which as a linebacker, I love having Chris in front of me because he's absorbing a double team every time and I don't get touched because I'm old. I don't like getting touched. And when Chris is eating it up, it's just great. I don't know how many times he's been like, he's turned around, looked over his shoulder, and he's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. It's like, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then it's just a walk through the line for me.
You mentioned fans coming and being loud. One of the things that's come up in conversation has been just how into it and involved our new home community has been. How's that going for you? People are mad when refs make calls they don't agree with. We've got people hanging banners.
I enjoy it. I feed off the fans' energy. Me personally, if fans are, if I hear them behind me supporting, cheering and jawing at the refs and, the other team, that motivates me because I don't want to let them down. They're there to support us. So I want to put on the best show possible for them. And seeing the, the couple places we've seen with banners, that just makes me want to play for them because the support and, the love is there.
It's been great. Our bleachers have been full. There's people bringing folding chairs that, hold on. I got a boo-boo. Sounds like me when I get blocked.
Poor baby. Oh, that's
okay. Yeah, it's great to be out on the field. Like you said, people are getting banners out on their own. They're hanging on decks. They've got people over. They're waving at us, yelling, cheering for us from their decks across the field. It's been great to see that.
Well, make sure everybody comes out and subscribe. You're not going to want to miss it. It's a good time with my buddy Ben here and Leslie. It's a great football team to come watch. Great players. It's a good show. We put on a show and have fun doing it. You need to subscribe.
Thank you guys for joining me tonight.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yep, same. Good talk.
All right. See you guys Saturday.
Make sure you subscribe to all our Midwest Rampage social media channels, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and visit our website at www.midwestrampagefootball.com.